when I tell you, I sat there watching Nick Cannon on The Breakfast Club trying to explain why he was over there coning, I say, honey, for Donald Trump, okay? Honey, Nick Cannon, baby, you didn't find common ground. You were over there crooning, and you stood in front of Amber Rose, the white woman, just got off the RNC stage talking about Trump loves black people. And you looked her in her face and you said the Democratic Party is a party of the KKK. You said, and I F with Trump. Out your mouth while you got young people looking at this. On camera, Nick Cannon, shame on you. Shame on you. Then you ran your behind to the Breakfast Club today to clean that crap up, acting like we didn't understand. Like we can't read. Before I go any further, y'all, if you already mad at Nick Cannon, I need y'all to hit that like button. I need y'all to put in the comment section you mad at Nick Cannon. Okay? We just getting started, y'all. Like, share, subscribe. This is at the Honey Static Media. Honey, Nick Cannon, and I'm quoting, all the work I done put in for the community, none of it matters because y'all saw a clip online. Nick Cannon, baby, that's not, look. When you betray your own, that's treason. So yes, none of that matters. What have you done? What have Nick Cannon done for the black community? The last time I checked, black women are still suffering. The last time I checked, black men are still unaliving, getting done up in the streets, getting harassed by police. Every time I get on in his internet, what have he done but chuck and jive and make some jokes to fill his fat pockets? And what did he do with that? Go around populating, creating bastards with different women creating effed up homes? Give me a break. What has he done? How has the black community got better since Nick Cannon been on a celebrity? They haven't. And you know what? It doesn't even matter because we found out Nick Cannon, it was all performative, y'all. Y'all hype me up. It don't matter because we heard how he actually feel. It don't matter because you sat there, Nick Cannon, and you told a white woman and every black person watching that the party trying to strip our voting rights, ban our books, erase our history, deport our people is somehow worse than the man who called for the execution of Central Park 5. Come on now. The Republicans, let me clear this shit up. The Republican is the party right now that is stripping black votes out of ours votes, okay? They're banning our black history books. The Republican Party, not the Democrats, the Republican Party is banning our black history books. And why y'all not protesting about that? Nick Cannon, why you not speaking about that? Why you not against that? Erasing our history, our black museums? Nick Cannon, where you at? Deport our people. Nick Cannon, where you at? But somehow you want to side with the man that called for the execution of the Central Park 5 innocent black men, boys at the time? And you want to try to force us to believe that somehow he's for black people, he's better for black people, while he's doing all this, taking away our books and our history? Boy, please. And you want to tell me that what you said was out of context? Let me hit y'all with some history real quick because Nick Cannon said the Democrat Party is a party of the KKK. Like that's the whole damn story, and it's not. Okay, so we need, you need to put the whole story. Like he don't got a degree from Howard. I thought he had a degree from Howard. Like he don't know better. Let me tell y'all something. Yes, the KK was founded by the Democrats in 1865. After the Civil War, listen here, white Southern Democrats, okay, We know that. That's not a secret. That's not a gotcha moment. That's history. But here's what Nick Cannon left out, y'all. Here's what he forgot to mention while he was finding common ground with Amber Rose. In the 1960s, when Democrats passed the Civil Rights Act and the Voting Rights Act, those same white Southern Democrats, that was the KKK, they got mad at the Democrats. They got so mad at the Democrats, they said, F you Democrats, and they switched parties. And guess what party they went to? They went to the Republican Party, and the Republican Party opened them up with open arms. They ran to the Republican Party. That's the Southern strategy, baby. Okay, we're talking about Richard Nixon, baby, 1968, law and order, baby, states' rights, baby, Code for, we don't want black people voting. Code for, we don't want black kids in our white schools. Hello? Hello? Why didn't Nick Cannon fill y'all in with that? The KKK didn't stay Democrat. The KKK went Republican. David Duke, Grand Wizard of the KKK, Ku Klux Klan, ran for the office as Republican, not as a Democrat, a Republican. The Republican Party is a party of that today. The party of it right now is passing voter suppression laws in Georgia, Texas, Florida. The Republican Party is a party that banned books about black history. The Republican Party is a party that tried to overturn an election because too many black people voted. And Nick Cannon sat there with a straight face and told a white woman, while black people are dying in the streets, that the Democrats are the KKK? The Republicans are the KKK. They still got them in their party. They still uplifting them. And they just changed the name of the KKK now. Rebrand. Nick, you got a degree in African studies from Howard. You know this shit. And that's why he's a puppet, y'all. He is a puppet on strings. You know the party switched. You know the Southern strategy. You know the KKK is the Republican right now. So you sat there and told a half-truth to a white woman who was caping for Trump, and you gave her ammunition. You gave her people a cover. See, even the black guy agrees with us. Yeah, that's what the white woman said, Amber Rose. She said, see, even the black guy agrees with us. That's not finding common ground. That is coordinating. That's giving the enemy bullets to shoot at your own people. That is the black man going over to them, the enemy, and say, here are some bullets, load them up and take out my people. But here's what really got me. Nick Cannon sat there talking about all the work I done for the community, talking about Dr. Umar, talking about how he's heartbroken. He was that people called him names. You know what he didn't talk about, y'all? He didn't talk about Anthony Carmelo. What's going on right now with that case in Texas? He didn't talk about that. He didn't talk about Rick Child, that unalived, that black child. Okay? They chased the black boy, chased him. 3 grown people chased him, calling him names. Okay? With a pow-pow. They was chasing him with a pow-pow. And because he had a pow-pow, and honey, if you chase me with a pow-pow and I got a pow-pow, I'm going to show you the pow-pow to tell you, stay back, leave me alone. But they used it to say, well, he had a right to kill him because he had a pow-pow on him. Bull crap. Why was you chasing a black child in the black neighborhood? A black neighborhood, and you chasing a black child in a black neighborhood and you pow him. He's not running after you. But did Nick Cannon talk about that? Nope. Young black boys getting gunned down in the streets. while he's over here caping and tap dancing for Trump. Voting rights getting stripped in Georgia and Texas and Florida. Today, schools in Detroit, his hometown, with no books, no heat, no teachers. Black families losing homes left and right. Black kids gone hungry right now. And what work, Nick? Nick, what work have you done? Wilding out? Okay, degree from Howard. Make that shit make sense. Wilding out? A comedy show. You over there cracking jokes. And you got a degree from Howard. Okay. But where's the foundation? Where's the scholarship fund? Where's the community center? Where's the gun violence program? Where is the mentorship for black boys? He ain't got none of that, y'all. He ain't done none of that, y'all, because his community work is costume, is a turban he put on when he needs to get booked, and talking point he pulls out when he gets caught. And the comments, honey, the streets are talking. The only thing he done for the community is increase the population with bastards. What work exactly? What did he put in? None of that matters because he found out it was all performative. He just been performing his ass off. These are streets. They talking. That's a community you claim to love. They talking about you. The people who held you up, who bought your albums, who watched your shows, who defended you when you was on Viacom and they fired your ass. And speaking of 2020, you got fired saying black people are the new true Hebrews. And white people, honey, and didn't you say that the Jews are the savages? Didn't you say that? You demanded an apology from them. You cried, outspoken black man. You only apologize to the Jewish people because Fox made you, nigga. Never for the anti-white part. So when I look at his pattern, his anti-Semitic conspiracy theories and his cry victim, and I F with Trump, and let's blame the clip, all the work I done, like a get out of free jail card. I don't see a man who lost his way. That's what I see. I don't see a man who lost his way. You know what I see? I see a man who was never on the way. Nick Cannon never lost his way. He was never on the motherfucking way. He didn't lost his way. He was never on his way, y'all. He performed consciousness because it was profitable. He wore the turban because it got him booked. Woo! But when the mask slipped, and baby, that mask did slip, showed us exactly who he's been this whole time. Nick said he was disappointed and heartbroken that people turned on him. Nick Cannon, baby, you're broke. You broke your own heart. You did that. You stood in that camera and chose those words. You chose to tap dance for Trump. You chose to say the Democratic Party is the party of the KKK for a white woman on the RNC stage. You chose to say I F's with Trump and act like we supposed to read your mind. Words matter, homie. That's what the comments said. They right. They absolutely right. But here's what I really want to talk about. That ain't just Nick. This is the black man who got a platform and forgets who put him on that shit. We put you on. Who thinks community work is a shield against accountability? Yeah. Like you could just cash in good deeds and never answer for nothing. One comment said it perfectly, because the streets are talking. Accepting your previous good works to shield you from criticism is naive. The black community is not obligated to support a political position simply because it comes from someone who contributes to the culture. with laughs and jokes. You don't get a lifetime pass for accountability. And honey, Nick, you really thought wearing a turban was going to save your ass. Honey, I wear a turban for a living. Okay? Come on now. So, honey, we got a lot of stuff to talk about, but I'm going to need y'all to like, share, and subscribe, but I'm not here for it. Comment, let me know how you feel about it, and we out.